Welcome to the Constant Power Stacked Inverter and Parallel Connection System. First, take the inverter out of the package and check whether product accessories and related documents are complete. You can check the scope of delivery in the operating guide. If there is anything missing, please contact after-sales service. Preparation before installation. Please familiarize yourself with the corresponding warning signs on the document. The red sign means warning Operion, which indicates a hazardous situation, which if not avoided, will result in death or serious injury. The orange sign means danger Operion, which indicates a hazardous situation, which if not avoided, could result in death or serious injury. The yellow sign means danger Operion, which indicates a hazardous situation, which could result in minor or moderate injury. The green sign means danger Operion, which indicates a situation, which if not avoided, can result in property damage. When the operation steps are marked with the symbol, it means sections describing activities to be performed constant power qualified persons only. Before installation, please read all relative documents and the precautions in the manual carefully. During the installation process, you may use the following materials: network wire clamp, pen, Phillips screwdriver bit, flathead screwdriver, torque wrench, wire stripper, crimping pliers, wrench, tape measure, drill, hair dryer, cylinder screwdriver, safety devices, insulating gloves, goggles, insulated shoes. Additional installation materials required: DC cable, expansion anchor bolt M8*40, Cat5 shield, PE terminal, PE, heat shrink tubing. Installation. Please pay attention to the warning signs on the instructions. This action contains red and orange warning signs. Additional required installation materials, not included in the product package list: 2 screws for support surfaces, walls, diameter 8 mm if necessary. Provide 2 expansion screws for supports and screws. Take the inverter and base from the package out. Remove the covers on both sides of the inverter. Loose the 4 screws with screwdriver PH2. Take the inverter from the base. Put the installed base and feet along the wall and keep the distance of 10 to 15 centimeters between the wall and the base. Take a battery pack from the package out. Put 1 battery pack on the base. Pay attention to the direction of the pack. The positive and negative connectors on the battery pack and the base should be on the same side. Repeat the operations for other battery packs. Put the inverter on top of the battery packs. Recommend connecting cables on the inverter first when 5 or more than 5 battery packs are needed to be installed in one tower. Fix the connection between the battery pack and the base, between battery packs, and between inverter and battery pack. To do this, insert the screws M4x14 through the holes on them, using a Phillips screwdriver, PH2, and tighten them, torque, 2 Nm. Overview of the connection area. You can see one side of the inverter, which are 1. Inverter switch, 2. RS485 communication interface, 3. AC input air switch, 4. AC output air switch, 5. AC input connection terminal. From left to right, live line, natural line, grounding line. Grounding line is public. 6. AC output connection terminal from left to right, live line, natural line. On the other side of inverter, which are 7. Positive and negative terminal posts of the battery pack, red, positive, black, negative. 8. PV input negative terminal. 9. PV input positive terminal. 10. PV input first road air switch. 11. PV input second road air switch. One side of battery pack are 1. SOC of battery pack, 2. Fault alarm light, 3. Run light, 4. Address dip, 5. Mode dip, choose single or multiple battery packs, 6. RS485 communication ports, 7. Battery pack on off button. On the other side of battery pack are 8. Positive and negative terminal posts of the battery pack, red, positive, black, negative. 9. Battery pack air switch. System connection. Connecting the grounding conductor. Additional required installation materials you need: conductor SC10-5, grounding cable cross-section, 10 square millimeters. Remove the covers on both sides of the battery cabinet. Make sure all air switches are off. Strip the grounding cable and make the length L strip 2-3 mm longer than the tube of the conductor. Get the heat shrink tubing through the cable and plug the conductor on the cable. Squeeze the tube of the conductor with a crimping pliers. Get the heat shrink tubing back to cover the connection part of the cable and the conductor. Blow the heat shrink tubing with hot wind. Take the original nut on the grounding point off, then fix the PE conductor using the same nut with a cylinder screwdriver 8 mm and tighten it, torque, for Newton meters. Dialing code communication. According to the dialing address code instructions shown in the operating guide, dial the address code, blue dip, of battery packs in sequence from top to bottom. Note: please perform continuous dialing in order and do not skip sequential dialing. Next, follow the instructions to perform dialing on the inverter plus parallel connection system address code. As shown, connecting the communication cable enables the battery pack to communicate with the battery pack. Connect the top battery pack to the inverter. As shown, please pay attention to the communication interface of the inverter communication area to prevent incorrect connection. Please use Cat5 Plus direct-through cable between battery pack and battery pack. Wiring connection. Please pay attention to the warning signs on the instructions. This action contains red warning signs. Additional required installation materials you need: 5 power cables, 2 live line cables, 2 null line cables, 1 grounding cables, 8 AWG. Cable requirements: conductor cross-section, 6 to 16 square millimeters. The diameter of the cable should be between 6 millimeters to 9 millimeters, at least 8 AWG. Insulation stripping length, 16 to 18 millimeters. Maximum cable length, 20 meter. Remove the covers on both sides of all battery packs and inverter. Make sure all air switches are off. Take out the positive and negative cables from the box. Remove the covers and nuts on the positive and negative terminal. Put the copper connectors on the terminal, and install the nuts and cover just removed on the terminal. Ensure that the terminal points are allocated to the correct cable. Make sure the wires are securely installed. Please refer to the figure for parallel connection. Strip the AC input and output cables and make the length L, on the right drawing, stripped 1 to 2 centimeters longer than the tube of the terminals. Insert the AC cables into glands of the relative inverter cover. Insert the connecting cables into the corresponding connection terminals. Strip the PV positive and negative cables and make the length L, on the right drawing, stripped 1 to 2 centimeters longer than the tube of the terminals. Insert the PV cables into glands of the relative inverter cover. Insert the connecting cables into the corresponding connection terminals. Commission. Before doing this process, you need to confirm: 1. All the air switches of the system are switched off. 2. The inverter must be correctly mounted. 3. All cables must be correctly connected. Make sure all cables are well connected. Connect the AC input cable to the utility grid, if any. Make sure the AC output cable is connected. If the AC output end is not connected to electrical appliances temporarily, please take insulation measures for the AC output connection line to avoid the risk of short and electric shock injury. Check if the dialing codes are correct. Push up air switches of all battery packs to on. Press each on-off button of battery packs from bottom to top. The indicators of the battery packs will light up after the beep sound. Let the connected battery packs stand for about 15 minutes. Do not operate the system during this period, because the system will automatically balance the connected battery packs. Turn on the power switch of inverter. The management system will start and run a self-check program. Observe the screen if shows the parameter is correct. Push up AC and PV input air switches to on, if any. Charge the system to 100% SOC. Push up AC output air switch to on. After the system performs a complete charge and discharge cycle, the screen display parameters are accurate and enter the normal workbench. Close up. Confirm that the connection cable and communication cable are connected correctly. Make sure all air switches are on. Make sure that all lights work properly. Confirm that the screen displays normally and there are no failure prompts. Fix on covers removed before. Decommissioning. Please pay attention to the warning signs on the instructions. This action contains red and orange warning signs. Switch off the air switch between system and utility grid, if any. Switch off the air switch between system and AC appliances, if any. Disconnect the system from the utility grid and AC appliances. Loosen the glands of inverter. Remove the covers of system. Switch off all air switches of the inverter. Push down all air switches of battery packs. When the screen goes off, turn off the inverter switch. Press each on-off button of all battery packs for 3 seconds. After the beep sounds, all indicators light off. Take off the connection cables. Tighten the nuts on the cable glands on the inverter cover. Remove the screws connecting the inverter, battery packs and base. Take the inverter from battery pack and battery packs from the base. Before lifting the battery pack, ensure that the screws on both sides of them are removed. Remove the hangers, inverter part. If the energy storage system is to be stored or shipped, pack the system. Use the original packaging or packaging that is suitable for the weight and dimensions of the system. Dispose of the energy storage system in accordance with the locally applicable battery disposal regulations. Extension 1. Repeat the decommission steps to shut down the system. 2. Remove the inverter and place the new battery pack at the top of the battery pack. 3. Start the system according to installation and commission. For more details about the product, please refer to the manual or log in to the official website to view. You can browse our official website through the following web address or scan the QR code. Finally, thank you for choosing Conson Power Stacked Inverter Plus Energy Storage System. If you encounter any problems, for your safety, please do not disassemble the product without authorization. Please contact us on the official website or send your questions to our official technical support email, and our technical staff will solve the problem for you.